Maybe once this is all over, we should take this ship and go colonize one of their planets.
Ah. I needed a laugh. Especially after what happened. I'm exhausted. I've spent the entire night looking through data logs, just analyzing whatever research that we had that I could put my eyes into. Bradford was insisting that I get some rest, but how am I supposed to get rest when one of my best friends is killed in the line of duty? It's frustrating that Dark didn't make it, but at the same time, he doesn't have to suffer anymore in this alien-infested fucking world. But we're going to keep on giving the good old fight to them because that's what Dark would want, and that's what Dark's going to get. Unfortunately, there's a little bit of interesting news, but there's also a little bit of bad news. Not everybody got out of that mission unscathed that's alive. Time, if you remember, Time made the effort to really intervene and try and help Dark out. Like, he put himself in a pretty compromising position, and, well, take a look for yourself. He got hit by one of those alien bastards. I don't know when. I have a feeling it was either during the run to the evac point or from maybe one of those stun batons, because I can see a little bit of a burn on the side of his face. But the fact of the matter is, one of his eyes are kind of out of it, like, entirely. So Time, Drake Hart, he decided that his nickname was going to be Drake after a character that represented him for so long on the internet. He decided that, you know, time to don an eye patch. Here's a bandana to make sure the eye patch stays in place and it doesn't get in the way. You can tell just from his demeanor that he's really feeling iffy after this entire ordeal, and who can blame him? Other things that have changed. Ellen Droll decided, you know, not only was she going to have a change of outfit to something a bit more hot pinkish, she decided to, as one of the surviving grenadier, she was going to decal her cannon the same colors that represented Dark, red and black. So I think that's really sweet of her to think of Dark in that way, even though she wasn't like able to be there to help him out. I still think that the gesture is appreciated, and Dark would just be laughing his ass off, namely at the hearts that are on her cannon. Lastly, Aqua managed to find something. He managed to grab something on the way towards the evac point. Dark shades. He decided that he was going to he's going to don them and use that as a sort of gesture of care towards the Canadian who is no longer with us. So, Cole, Elendrol, Time. I know you guys have been through a lot, just like everybody else has. Some more than others, given the team from the last mission. But I just want you guys to know, if you ever need anybody to talk to, I'm here with open arms. And I think what you guys are doing just in gesture is very, very sweet. Alright, so what I'm seeing here is that I think we should go to the black site next, but first and foremost, I feel like there's a bit of a gap now where dark is no longer here. So I'm thinking, given how many people are wounded, I think it's probably smart if I recruit 1 or 2 more individuals. And I'm trying to think about who would be most suited to jump back into the swing of things, even after everything that's gone on. I know that a lot of these are aliases. These are fake bios that were implanted into the data stream. That way, the Advent wouldn't pick up the real individuals, like who these people really are. Alright. So these 2 people, these 2 new rookies, I'm about to show you guys who these guys really are. I guess XCOM brought up that all those dossiers because they knew that I would recognize like each and every one of them just from eye contact. Obviously the faces are not of the individuals that I know and have cared for my entire life, or a good portion of my life, let's be honest. But that's just technology at its work. The aliens aren't the only one who can disguise their comrades. We just don't have the technology to maintain it. So without further ado, let me introduce these 2. Alright, say hello to Naji, also known as Palago for his code name. He goes by Naji though, primarily. Oh, all the things I could say about this man, and none of them appropriate for a commander. No, but him and Michael, who you saw in the list, back in the day we were known as the Obnoxious Trio, and we had this whole aspiration of being this comedy trio. Oh, excuse me. I was drinking some soda earlier. We had this aspiration of becoming this comedy trio on the internet. But unfortunately, with the aliens kind of taking over the planet and all, that kind of got put on hold. And also some strenuous relations between myself and them, primarily Michael. Me and Naji are still very, like, airlock tight. So, first off, I have to say, I love the digs. I love the outfit. And I love the shades. They're so pimpin'. Yes, I am perfectly aware I said the word pimpin'. Naji is the type of guy who likes to make fun of himself, sometimes in ways that makes other people cringe, but that's something the CEO appreciates about him. Yes, it is. Which is why we did everything we could to find Naji. Oh. He's a hard worker full of energy and has a real bite in his deliveries, both vocal and physical. Just do him a favor. Don't cross his buddies because he has a metal bat on standby just waiting to bash some poor sap's blank blank blank. And it's true, Naji is pretty much like uber protective of his friends, you know, speaking as a friend, not as a commander, but as somebody who's equal to this guy. We have each other's backs. Like the soldiers, my friends have my back, I have their back as a friend and commander. Naji is no different. And he is willing to smash some faces in, straight up. So I'm glad to have him on my side. Feeling bad for the aliens, though. Not really. And Michael, Michael DJ54. Michael is snarky and sarcastic and has a witty disposition even in the face of severe danger. He actually did participate in the last alien invasion, and one of his trademark lines to the insectoids was, "Can you stop shooting psychic shit at my face? Please, thank you, bye-bye," and would proceed to blow its face off. Michael and the CO have a slightly strained relationship, but the former was more than happy to come back and participate in the second coming of the war, essentially. Yearning to kick ass, probably sectoids. Kind of a very beigeish look, I have to say, Michael, but glad to have you here. Yeah, we're kind of not talking right now either. It was just kind of like, hello. Alright, he's part of the team now. Although I do care for Michael significantly, so hopefully, all things considered, he and Najee will come out of this unscathed, along with everybody else. Alright, I actually want to have Najee get training. Who do we need? Like, we have 4 rangers, 3 sharpshooters, 2 specialists, and 2 grenadiers. Alright, I think I'm gonna have Najee follow in Dark's footsteps and become a grenadier. So Najee's gonna get training in here, which I think is gonna be fantastic.
I am still hard at work on the current research priority, Commander.
I can see that. Process is slow, but given the fact that we only have 2 other scientists besides you, Ryouseiken, you're doing a good job.
I've started to wonder how the Advent administration views our current band of renegades. Do they see us as an actual threat, or more of a nuisance?
New orders, Commander? What do you know about these gene therapy clinics, Doctor? They seem like a big draw for the cities right now.
Having worked in one of the facilities, I can tell you firsthand. They do offer a level of medical care unmatched by any...
As long as you're compliant.
They can have their conversation as long as they want, as long as they keep working. So I'm gonna let Ryouseiken finish up his research on magnetic weapons. We should investigate the black site. I would send in my best possible team. I would send in Destin, although he is shaken. Shaken but not stirred. Sorry, couldn't resist. I think we can actually have a good enough team go in and capitalize on the situation. I think Advent would not expect us to come charging in on them at this point in time, given the fact that we lost one of our own. I'm pretty sure that word got out fast.
Priority message coming through, Commander. Putting it on screen now.
I was waiting for the supply drop, though.
I had high hopes for the Resistance under your leadership, Commander, and you have outdone yourself.
I did. Thank you, sir. So the aliens are progressing with the Avatar rather quickly. I'm not used to this at all. Mainly the thing that we had to worry about in the last invasion was the countries that were part of the XCOM project falling out of it, like losing control due to the aliens or just losing faith in our project altogether. That's what made me the most concerned back then. Now, it seems like it's going to be like a constant race against time, try and stay one step ahead of the aliens, which is not going to be easy. So we did get some new staff, which is always great. And we we got about 230 in income. So we've received some new intel. Preparations to foil these events before they can be enacted are already underway. Alright. There's a hidden event that's available. Alien scientists make great strides on the Avatar project. Instantly add 1 block to the progress meter. Use the intel. Reveal. The aliens hide in ambush among the populace, placing hidden faceless aliens on each mission for a month. Jesus. And the next retaliation strike is estimated to be in 2 weeks. If I send out people now and they get hurt, I'm not going to have much of a team to send out against the retaliation. Stressful. Unbelievably stressful. There's a hidden cache. Worth quite a bit, it seems.
Avenger
You know what?
plotting
Go
new
for that
course.
supply drop. Those are our funds. What?
Commander, the aliens continue to make progress on the Avatar project. If we're going to slow them down, we'll need to move fast.
Alright, Bradford, calm yourself. Again?
Commander, we've received word that the aliens have completed a facility devoted to their work on the Avatar project. If we can establish contact with the local resistance forces in this region, we can make a move on that facility and destroy it to set back the aliens' operation.
That's all the way on the North American continent, though. We'll look towards it, but it's going to take us some time. Shit. We're definitely on the clock, aren't we? Alright, we got our supply. There's some new staff available at Resistance HQ. Alright. Let me take a moment to look at who we have here. Oh, I thought we had 2 new staff members. Did I
Commander?
blink and miss them?
Our work is proceeding as expected, Commander.
Huh. I'll head back to HQ after this next mission. I think we'll be ready for the next invasion. Or the next strike. Hopefully. So much stuff going on with Advent. So much money that we can use to do anything, really.
The spokesman took a big risk getting inside Advent. Enough for me to believe he's loyal to our cause. There may still be a few skeptics in the movement, but we've got bigger things to worry about than a man on a screen.
Fair enough. What I am more worried about is whether or not to tackle the Black Site mission yet. They said they're very well armed. And there's something in my gut that's telling me that even with, say, our strongest soldier, Sugai, maybe tackling the Black Site is not the best thing to do when the highest ranked soldier we have is a sergeant. Not to undermine their skill set. I'm just not going to underestimate the aliens' skill set.
Research is proceeding as planned, Commander.
Working at the Advent clinics. I saw medical breakthroughs that would have been considered nothing short of miraculous at any time before the aliens' arrival. The elderly and infirm so revitalized with a single treatment that they were often brought to tears. It's a powerful, powerful thing the aliens have developed. Perhaps their most insidious creation of all. For my part in it, I remain deeply conflicted.
Hello, Commander.
I'm not going to judge him based on his acting upon the Advent's wishes. I mean, he left them. Could he be a mole? Possibly. But we're not going to get anywhere judging the one person who really can't do any research better than him. If we start doubting him now, we could be in a world of hurt. So there's also a facility in eastern North America, but there's no way we can reach it unless we establish a connection with Western Europe, and there's no way we can do that yet because we don't have the manpower to make contact with him. So really, I'm stuck at a bypass. The missions that I feel are on the table, I either can't do, or my underqualified ass is not going to let us do anything significant. Which makes me very sad. Well, I do have a good amount of supplies, so let me go back to the Resistance HQ and see what we have in terms of... Anybody hear that ding? That was off-putting. For a moment, I thought it was in my quarters. And it
Welcome, Commander.
kind of got under my skin. I do want to have another engineer on our side, so we're gonna hire Miyavada Sin. Sorry if I mispronounced the name. I'm not very good with foreign names or accents, so I'm not going to pretend that I do. I just hope you let me roll with it, so to say. So, having another engineer on our side could put somebody to staff in the proving ground to fix up the grenade, or I can start clearing out another room. I say clear out another room. I'm gonna put her to work. See, if we get her to work and clear out a room, we have enough room to set up another facility. Same sensibility here. The thing I want to do most is expand the amount of power we have in this Avenger aircraft, and just like flip it on its head. But for now, we don't have anything that we can really do, so let's go for that research cache. Feels like I could do so much, but I can do so little. It's so frustrating. Alright, Najee is trained as a grenadier. Eager to work, eager to serve. Eager to crack jokes that I'd prefer him not to, because I'm sure somebody's going to get pissed off. And the alien machinery is cleared. We've gotten some alloy and some supplies to boot.
Maximum power consumption reached.
Alright, yeah, power relay. Cost us some supplies, but it'll give us an additional boost that I think will make the difference. It's going to take a while to build, but definitely worth it.
Initiated.
I'm going to have a song work on construction there, so the power relay is done sooner rather than later. If you have an open hand, work with it. Sounds harsh, but we need to get stuff done around here. Shark and Martin have gotten past their injuries and are ready to serve. That's great.
These magnetic-based weapons are a lot like the early railgun prototypes. They fire projectiles at extremely high velocity.
Impressive. Very impressive. Having finally gotten a closer look at the Gauss rifle technology Advent has deployed among their forces, I'm fairly confident we can develop a magnetic weapon system of comparable power. The obvious question, why not simply use the Advent weapons directly, was discovered early on by resistance forces in the field. Some years ago, the aliens began integrating a sort of genetic verification technology into their weapons that prevents them from functioning by any species whose DNA has not been pre-encoded. Unfortunately, the system also exerts lethal force on an unsuspecting, unauthorized user, a fact we should disseminate as widely as possible among the resistance cells we have contact with. Ouch. As for our own variation on the technology, Dr. Shen and I have taken components of the alien weaponry recovered and utilized the key elements to develop a sustainable prototype. We can safely begin reproducing the system as the needed materials become available. Alright, excellent, 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 excellent. They say that we can create a pistol. Something called a shard gun, let's see. We can synthesize alien alloy fragments into kind of like a shotgun sort of projectile attack, which the Rangers can use. Yeah, it definitely seems like a shotgun type weapon. Closer to better. And then a magnetic rifle, so it replaces the assault rifle with its magnetic power. Alright. I'm a bit itchy to get in contact with those in the United States. A lot of us are from there. A lot of family. So I think I want Taigen to work on the resistance radio
I had
next.
assumed you'd make that research a priority, Commander.
Am
I'll
I
notify you as soon as
that
the report is
transparent?
available.
Alright, we got a plan. Alright, so the proving ground should be finished with the experimental grenade in a couple days. A lot of our plans are going to be finished within the next couple of days. The supply drop in 2 weeks, and we've done jack shit. And the guy on the screen, who I still don't know who that guy is, besides an ally, I guess, is not going to be happy with us, with XCOM. Yes, I remember quite well. Oh. Got some different possibilities here. Alright, let's start from the top. Eastern Europe has an item they would like us to recover from an Advent train. We can get... They're offering up a decent sum of supplies, and it can counter the dark event that involves the alien infiltrators. I do hate infiltrators, so that's up for debate as one of the primary target sites. In South Africa, they want us to hack a workstation on a train. Seems to be a lot of trains going around. Really, the big thing is not so much the engineer, but the fact that if we don't do this, we might be dealing with the Avatar's development getting way too much out of hand. And then in East Africa, they want us to recover an item from an Advent facility. We'll get a scientist on our side, and we can counter the alien cipher, which is going to make gathering intel all the more harder. So it's either intel, Avatar Project, or Faceless Aliens. In hindsight, the Faceless Aliens I might be more liable to try and work around. At the same time, though, my ability to work around an invisible factor is a lot more terrifying to me than it is having something cost more and take more time, and a dinky little project. Don't tell the higher ups I called it dinky. They will rip me apart for undermining what's going on. So I think we're going to go to Eastern Europe and deal with this particular dark event, but primarily we're going to be recovering an item. And it might be difficult, but
Setting course for Eastern Europe.
somebody's got to do it. Question is who? Because this is an opportunity for us to make some weapons. We're going to be recovering an item. Let's figure out who we're going to send on this mission. It's a good question indeed. Alright, Dustin, we need to shake off some of that fear you have of the Advent, or maybe it's just seeing or hearing about one of your comrades getting seriously injured. I don't know if it's the fear of the people that you know that you're working with being injured, or it's just something internal inside you with Advent, but we need you at your best. And every time I say this, Destin is rolling his eyes at me, and he acts like nothing is truly, like, wrong. I don't know, he might be putting up a little bit of a front, but at the same token, you know, can't blame him. Martin, I want you to accompany Destin, as well as Kyle. Alright, Shark, I'm gonna have you accompany them. And you know what? Najee did all that training for something. Najee, you're gonna go as well. So looking at this team, looking at this lineup, the question goes, do I want my rangers to carry a shotgun or an assault rifle? I can tell you right now, Shark wants to go in hard. He's a shotgun kind of guy. Whereas Martin, he's a bit more passive, a bit more careful. Plus he doesn't want to ruin his suit too much. Don't ask me why that's even a thing. Also, his gun is purple. Game on. So let's at least upgrade the rifle. We're going to give it a test, give it a go around, see how it is. Martin, you're going to try it out. You will be the one. Oh, everybody can use the rifles. They mass produce them. Wow, that was fast, Shen. I'm impressed. Well then. Game fucking on indeed. Kyle and Martin are outfitted with the latest weaponry. You know what? We're not done there. Why shouldn't Shark get all the fun? Why shouldn't Shark get some of the fun, I mean? Got him a little toy as well. Alright, that's what we're gonna roll with. That's what we're gonna do. For Martin, I at least want you to carry one of the medkits as well. And Destin, you're gonna carry one of the smoke grenades. lay down some cover for your allies. And Naji, I want you to carry the battle scanner so you can get a sight on the item, or the area closer to the item, to be more blunt. Just so we know what we're going to run into exactly. Alright, head off, guys. I refuse to lose another person like this so soon, if ever, again.
We've been tracking a weak advent signal moving through this region. It looks like a data vault, probably stowed aboard one of their trains. Initial analysis suggests the data may be tied to the aliens' latest project, so we're moving in to lock it down. Secure the AO and remove any hostile forces protecting the train. Then seize the assets by whatever means necessary.
Small town in Advent Patrol Zone 12, outskirts of Hamburg. Got it.
Menace 1-5, we've got a bead on the Advent data vault near your position. Be advised, self-detonating charges are in place at the target. Move to disarm and extract the package before its contents are destroyed.
Shit. Understood.